What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My goal is to help inspire you to make the changes in your daily habits that allow you to walk, talk, and breathe like a champion. Subscribe below so you guys don't miss any of the content. You're only one small change away from creating all the success that you deserve. Being a champion's a choice. The rest is up to you. I'll see you guys soon. I've been fighting professionally now for over 17 years, whether it be mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, and I have been coaching for over a decade. And over the years, I have been exposed to so many McDojos, fake coaches, people that just speak out of their ass. And for the most part, it's been where myself and other people in our community will see it and just laugh. We laugh at it, we're like, haha, you know, that silliness doesn't work. But then there's the occasions where the silliness goes beyond that, and the problem is these fucking coaches, these quote-unquote experts or these gurus, have never actually fought. They've never been in the environment. They've never been exposed to have to face their truths, and they find ways to manipulate people. And once that happens, it no longer becomes about it being fun or funny to just point and look. You realize that these people are so gone themselves that they are actually ruining people's lives. You know, there's been plenty of times where I go backstage at a fight and I watch these coaches warming up these fighters, and I'm like, oh my God, this is just embarrassing. That kid's gonna get hurt. And part of me goes, well, what if that promoter calls, the promoter of that show calls me and says, hey, I have this guy, and I remember him warming up. Of course, as the competitor in me, I'm like, yeah, I'll take that for one of my amateurs, because that's going to be an easy fight for us. A kid who's well-trained versus a kid who has no idea what he's getting himself into. The only thing they have is the guidance of this person that they think knows what to do just because of the way they sell it. That kid's gonna get fucking hurt. And now we're seeing it more and more. Now we're seeing these guys publishing videos online about, you know, being a self-defense expert, or this is how you do gun defense, knife defense, and this shit needs to stop. I mean, we recently are now seeing this video of, we've all known this guy's a quack job, Joshua Fabia, and this guy is taking athletes like Diego Sanchez, and now a lot of people don't know this. I'm seeing videos of him with Stephan Bonner now as well. And these are guys that were at one time elites in mixed martial arts, at the top of the food chain in the UFC, and they're taking guys who are already unable to make proper decision making due to head trauma. And, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, well, you know, they have the right to choose with what they want. I'm telling you from firsthand experience that when you have head trauma, your decision making and your inability to make the proper decisions is not possible. I deal with this on a daily basis. It's not something that I talk about all the time, but it's true. I deal with decision making all the time. I forget what I do right when I did it. I forget short-term and long-term decision making. That shit is frustrating, not only for me, but for everybody around me. And when I see things like this fucking idiot hanging Diego Sanchez up in a room and using him as a punching bag, this kind of shit needs to be stopped. I have no idea how there's not some type of legal ramification. There's not some type of way that we can actually go against allowing this to be possible. Like, I understand that anybody can open a gym, they can open up a facility. I get it. It's your right to open up a business. But us as a community, we need to come together now for the livelihood of our athletes and our martial artists. And we need to stop this shit. We need to find a way to start going. Maybe we have to go back to dojo storming. If we see somebody who doesn't seem like they represent what they're saying, we need to go in there and be like, hey, challenge. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I know if we work together, we can start exposing all these fucking frauds and allowing the people who are true leaders to be the ones that are leading the march. I'm not saying that I'm the right guy for you or the next coach is the right guy, but do your research of who you're training with. I fight because it's what has allowed me to figure out who I am. And it also allows my students to have confidence to know that what is being taught to them works, because I've done it. I've been out there. They can have the confidence based on what I have done, knowing that that's going into them, into their training. Do your research if you are already training with somebody. If you're thinking about training, there are so many resources out there, and there are so many other people that you can reach out to, be like, hey, do you know this person? What do you think of this person? Before you just go sign up, because so many of these quote unquote coaches make it about them. When you are starting martial arts, you need to understand one thing. It's about you. Martial arts is about teaching us self-defense. It's about building our confidence, and it's also about building the confidence of the community around us. And if the environment is not doing that, if your instructor, if your coach, if your whatever the person you're studying under calls himself is not doing that, get the fuck out of there. They are doing it for their own egos, they're doing it for the wrong reasons, and it's not gonna do anything beneficial for you. This shit needs to stop. It's heartbreaking to see these athletes going through this, and it's even more heartbreaking to see so many people be taken advantage of by these fucking pieces of shit. I'm not gonna stand for it anymore. Every time I start seeing these things where I think my voice needs to be heard, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be much more vocal on a podcast about this stuff. I'm gonna start really bringing resources to the table and allowing people to say, hey, if you need to be in a better environment, reach out to me. I will help you find a better place. If you don't know where to look, like, just hit me up, DM me, send me a message on social media. I will help you do the research. If the place is not allowing you to improve you, you're at the wrong place. I understand that shit can get expensive. Martial arts training is not cheap. So don't go to a place just because it's cheap. There's gonna be way more destructive things that are gonna come from that than constructive. I'm willing to bet that if it's the right place, even if you can't afford it, they will work something out with you. Why? Because it's about building you. It's about creating an environment so that way you can build into the version that is the best it can be. We need to stop this shit, and it starts with you and me. We're making the same mistakes over and over and over, and that can be something as stupid as showing up to practice late. That translates to everything. It means you are not willing to make the adjustments in your own life that you need to make in your game. Everything translates. If you don't think so, go fucking fight. Watch. We'll end it on that. No breakout today. Tomorrow, clean your ass, head out of your ass.